Have you noticed that in many episodes we see the main six paying for stuff in the pony world? But then where did this money came from and which are their jobs? I wanna know if you really know the main six. Let's make a bet, so don't get out of your seats. Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and today we're finding out how the colorful ponies make money. Because you must have realized that from time to time the main six needed money to pay for food, things, clothes, and even debt. And to make money, work is needed. And if there is a pony that knows how to work, that's Applejack. I think that most of you guys know that Applejack lives and works in the sweet apple acres. That besides growing and harvesting the apples, they sell them for the folks of Equestria, since this is one of the most common fruits among the ponies, and real-life horses eat them too. And as the consumption of apples is vast in this world, Applejack's family ended up making a partnership with Filthy Rich, where the pony would resell the gems of Applejack's apples, increasing Applejack and Filthy Rich's profits. There are also two annual events that are really lucrative to Applejack's family. Zap Apple Jam, that has a special preparation with special ingredients, and also the cider, a fermented drink made with apples that is famous among the ponies. And for bonus, Applejack still makes desserts involving apples like pies, cakes, and more. And she does pop off with those dishes. She knows how to cook. Man, my mouth is all wet right now. Another pony that is also seen working in most episodes is Rarity, that started with a small boutique in Ponyville, where she creates and sells beautiful dresses, accessories, and even unique hats. Not to mention that from time to time, she does a fashion show to show her pieces that later will be sold to the public of the fashion show. Rarity also makes dresses and pieces by commission and send them to famous ponies, and even to royalty itself, as seen in the episode A Canterlot Wedding, where Princess Celestia gives Rarity the responsibility to dress the bride and the bridesmaids. Work under pressure? Not at all. But all this effort pays off because they are pieces made with fine fabrics and with an amazing sewing, with a lot of details and such. For sure, they aren't cheap to buy. So from there, Rarity opens two another boutiques, one in Canterlot and another one in the famous Manhattan, meaning triple profit. I imagine that she must be one of the richest among the main six. Who knows, even the richest. Continue in this video because you'll see. Pinkie Pie from now on is seen working in the Sugar Cube Corner Bakery in Ponyville. After Mr. and Mrs. Cake, Pinkie Pie seems to be the only employee in the bakery, so it is possible that she is in charge of delivering all the orders. And maybe she is the one that cleans the kitchen at the end of the day. She also serves as nanny of the cakes, the owners of the bakery. And as the work of a nanny isn't easy, for sure Pinkie Pie made a lot of cash out of it. Another thing that Pinkie Pie is good at and also should raise some profit is party receptions and baking cakes and sweet for it. I know that this pony is a sweet tooth that likes to make these preparations with a lot of love, even doing it for free sometimes, mainly when it is for her friend's birthday. But seeing that she has an exclusive spot for her in the bakery, Pinkie Pie for sure must pay rent to Mr. and Mrs. Cake, even because nothing is free, sadly. But do you know what is totally free? Your like in this video. That helps me a lot to bring content like this video, so don't forget to do it, okay? Moving on to Rainbow Dash, which is hard to know with what she works. But with it taken into account that Pegasus are in charge of bringing rain and snow to Equestria in climb and also for cleaning the skies in important events, for sure they're paid for some kind of stuff like that. Mainly when it's Celestia herself who asks for these changes. Not to mention that after some seasons, Dash got into the Wonder Boats, which is like the aeronautics of the ponies, where only the best of the best joins this team. And as the best, I mean that the best Fae ponies, since from time to time the Wonderbolts are called for presentations, with a lot of air acrobatics, in normal events and royal events, like in the day of Twilight's coronation. And I'm going to say, I would pay to see Rainbow Dash do a supersonic rainbow. And you, what do you want to see Rainbow Dash do in the Wonderbolt spectacle? Tell me in the comments. Fluttershy works is a little hard to get, since she appears to do a bit of everything related to animals. Like in the first episode of the show, Twilight goes to check the song that Fluttershy's bird are rehearsing, basically a of birds a cappella, and these birds were already contracted in some times to act in important events, like in Twilight's coronation. But many of her animals already took part in these kinds of events. Like the time Twilight made a presentation to the delegates of the Saddle Arabia in Celestia's request. I imagine that the princess must pay a lot of cash to Fluttershy after that, since she could have put to risk one of the animals, even with the talented Twilight present. She also seems to take care of some certain animals, like some sort of vet, which is funny, since she basically a horse taking care of another animal. Not to mention that, further in the series, Fluttershy ends up building, with the help of her friends, the Sweet Feather Sanctuary, a peaceful place for any creature that is in need of care, or for animals that want to live under Fluttershy's wing. Really cute. The place is basically a paradise to animals. I just can't tell if this is an independent project by Fluttershy or if Celestia helped her with some sort of cash. And what about Twilight? How did you think that she made money? Before I answer, tell me in the comments how do you think that she gathered all that cash? Well, Twilight used to live in Canterlot, the most expensive and sophisticated city in Equestria, so I think that is no mystery that Twilight's family has a pretty good finance condition. The girl basically was born in a cradle of gold. And as she was always studious and smart with everything, it is probable that Celestia paid for her students' research articles, maybe a student funding. I don't know. In the future, we see Twilight become the Princess of Friendship, having her own castle and still in Ponyville. And since there, I believe that she started to make even more money by being royalty, basically the pinnacle of royalty. And let's not forget about the School of Friendship, where Twilight was the headmaster. To sum it up, rivers of money to Sparkle's pocket. And it's not over yet, because later she becomes governor of Equestria, meaning now that she would be monitor of the whole economy of the reign and would still get the profit. It could get Uncle Scrooge jealous. There, did you know about the jobs of the main six? Which pony do you think makes the most amount of money besides Twilight? Because that is cheating. And if you're lost around here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content around here. I'm sure you're gonna like it. Thanks a lot for watching till here, and hasta la vista.